What is up, beautiful people? It is, of course, Diamond Leveled Up, coming to you with a new video. Let's get straight to it. So listen, I just want to ask you a question. Like, when you clicked on this video, was it because you felt anxiously attached before? Maybe your mind's racing, full of different outcomes, things that could happen. Maybe your self-worth is dependent upon someone else or someone else's validation. You're constantly seeking reassurance from others. Maybe that's why you clicked on this video. And if that's the case, then I definitely feel like you should stick around, because I feel like I have some nuggets to share in that category. I just want to say also that I'm glad you're here, because I've definitely done some work within myself to get in this place, and I just want to share, because I think that these are feelings that you shouldn't be feeling alone. There are a lot of people who have that anxious attachment style, and I had to get a lot more self-aware in order for me to get to this place of security that I feel. It's not an easy journey. There's probably a lot of crying, a lot of feeling your feels, as they say. And yeah, it's just an emotional roller coaster. But that's okay, because I'm gonna be on the ride with you, at least like a little bit of the ride with you, and maybe this video will help you to like get better, emotionally secure, because that's important, to be able to control your emotions. And just like, you're still gonna feel your emotions, you're still gonna feel your feels, but you're gonna know how to like navigate when you feel a certain way. You can control it, and you'll be able to get into like a better like mindset when you start to feel anxious and dependent upon others and seeking other people's validations. Like, all that's overrated anyway. Okay, so I just want to share that, throughout my 20s, I am 31 now, I was constantly overthinking text messages, seeking validation from others, relying on other people for reassurance, my self-worth, not really feeling in control of my emotions. And it took a lot of patience, time with myself, and just growth. I mean, I think when you turn 30, you just kind of step into who you are a lot more. And I think I've seen like scientific research that backs that, but I don't have any like thing to cite for that, but I just know it and I feel it. But I just went from that like really like insecure, just not feeling like I was fully where I wanted to be mentally, and when things would happen that I wasn't expecting, I would have my own mini like crash out, just because I wasn't ready for a different outcome than the one that I wanted. And I struggled a lot with like my self-identity and who I am and who I was becoming at the time. And I would get lonely and sad and my feelings, and just let my feelings control the day. Okay? I can say now that I've grown out of a lot of that. I would love to say that I've been to therapy. I have not. I would love to explore that more. But I think it's been a lot of God. I give mainly all my due credit to God, just because he was always there for me. I could talk to him, I could lean on him, and I knew that he would validate me because he created me. He is my creator. So I had to go to the source, and I also had to seek answers within. So if you're in a struggling place where you don't feel secure, you're constantly on edge about what other people are doing, how you're being viewed, etc., like, I hope that, you know, watching this video can get you in more of a grounded place, because, you know, we all experience that shift in our life where, you know, we just become more comfortable in our skin. Maybe not everyone experiences that, but you get what I mean. Like, there's a time and a place, and you do actually like start to feel more like you once you accept things, instead of just like asking questions that really, the answers don't pertain to you. The answers don't need to be provided to you. You don't need to know the answer sometimes. And being secure in that, and not like always trying to look outside of yourself for things and outside of yourself for answers. And it's exhausting. Okay, I think I got to a space of exhaustion where my emotions controlled how I felt to a high level of exhaustion, to then where I was like, okay, something's gotta give. I've got to find my peace and find my contentment within me and learn to love me. And I think once that shift happened, I was able to step into who I truly am. And I really advise everyone to seek answers within themselves. And, you know, the first thing you can do really is just to learn about what it even means to be anxiously attached and what it means to actually be securely attached. There's another level to that, and that's an avoidant attachment style, which is just like someone who is just very detached. They don't care. They act like they don't care. Maybe they really do care deep down, but they act like they don't care. And I'm the complete opposite of that. Like, I'm overly caring. I overly give for other people. I like, you know, want to feel love so deeply that I, you know, kind of have left myself behind and have left myself to pick up pieces of me after I would get hurt from someone. So, you know, it's a lot better on the secure side. Let me just tell you, it's so much better on this side. You don't have to be wondering, thinking, overthinking, trying to find a solution, trying to figure out why this person this, that, whatever. You don't have to, because it's not on you, and you can't control everything. And I think once you like get to that space, it's actually so freeing, and it's so like relieving. And I advise you find whatever path to that direction that you need. For me, I feel like my turning point really came when I realized something that was like extremely painful. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that realization. I was outsourcing my inner peace to other people. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. I was outsourcing my inner peace to other people. And again, to talk about exhaustion. Okay. It wasn't a good space for me to be in, and I know it got quieter in here because the AC cut off. Sorry if it was loud up until this point. But if they were happy with me, then I felt happy, and if they were not happy with me, then I would spiral or try to figure out, like, you know, what they were feeling, because I wanted to feel secure, and my security was dependent upon how they felt about me. Okay, which is absolute bullshit, guys. Like, nobody should ever stay stuck in that place, because once you look outside of yourself for validation or reassurance or love, or like, did I already say validation? If you look outside of yourself, then you're constantly going to be unhappy, because no one's going to make you happy like you make you happy. And you being in control of your emotions is what's actually going to allow you to grow and be able to control your emotions a lot better and not be so reactive. So much so in your feelings, you know, when things don't go your way, because you can't control how other people move. Like, you know, you just gotta get to that space of understanding that and just being content and accepting. Like I said, that level of acceptance is so important, especially on your self-love journey. Like, accepting that somebody doesn't like you, accepting that you're not going to be liked by everybody, accepting that, you know, things don't always go your way, and it, you know, rejection may be God's protection. You never know, you know, why things don't happen for you. And again, that's another question that you cannot keep sitting on and meditating on and trying to understand and trying to figure out a solution and answers and you know, you can't drill into those things too much, because when you do that, then you become anxious, and then you start to, you know, what's the opposite of attracting? Like, you push away like things that you actually want, because you're projecting yourself in a negative like energy, and you're not believing that what's for you is for you. I think you just need to accept that what's for you is for you, and what's for you will not leave you and will not, you know, like, it will come to you. Like, you don't need to force anything. You don't need to force it. So just continue to like be your better self every single day, and you doing that is what's going to attract really what is for you. Nobody can take it from you. So if it wasn't for you, then you're not going to have it. And come to acceptance with that. So in order to get to that space, you might have to start journaling, self-soothing, doing things that make you happy inside. Like, really get to know yourself. Understand what really makes you happy to your core. So that if something that happens that, you know, makes you unhappy, you know how to fix it. You know how to get out of that mood. You know how to shift your mindset. You know how to control your emotions. Because in this world we live in, we have to be able to control our emotions, period. Definitely like creating boundaries and just that self-reliance and that self-trust within yourself. Like, being comfortable being alone, guys. Like, you know, there's so many people that just don't even know how to do that. Like, they don't know how to be alone. They don't know how to face themselves. They don't know how to be silent and maybe even feel their feels and kind of feel through things, just so they can understand why they felt that way and how they can get to a better space of, you know, just self-acceptance and self-reliance and self-validation. Like, you know, and just really learning what it takes to be that self-individualized person. Look up self-individualization. I believe it's like a Carl Jung theory. I got really into Carl Jung, and he's like super like psychology guy from back in the day. And just like listening to motivational things, you know, on a daily, that you can find all of these resources and things on YouTube. You're doing it right now by just watching this video, and I'm proud of you for just like acknowledging where you're at and being able to like get to a better space of self-reliance and self-love, because it is hard. It is hard. Like, you know, not unless you just have it made and you just feel like all the reasons to love yourself. But a lot of people do struggle with that, and it's not something that you need to feel alone about. Like, there's a whole space of people who are trying to learn and grow and be better versions of themselves every single day. So as long as you're putting in the work, putting in the effort, you know, continuously showing yourself love, even if you don't feel it yet, then you will adopt that feeling of like, I do love myself, because of the actions and the things that you do to show yourself that you love yourself, you know? So, and you know, go to therapy, like get some self-education, like definitely do whatever it takes for you to like come to self. And that doesn't mean go and talk to friends to help them validate you, or your family, or your parents, or whatever. Like, it does take a lot of self-discovery. So I just dare you to like explore that and like continue to put in work. And like, you know, if you're stuck on somebody, like in the dating world or the dating life that you have, or maybe like you're just stuck on someone, you're trying to get unstuck, like just know that like the options are endless out here, guys. Like, you guys can seek and look and try to find whatever, but like as long as you're good with you, you don't have to be stuck on one person. You can be open to other possibilities. And once you open your mind, then usually you're gonna attract more for you. If this video resonated with you, just know that you are not broken. You are becoming. Okay, you're becoming the best version of you. You're becoming a person who loves themselves through and throughout. Okay. And I'd love to hear some of your story in the comments. So definitely leave a comment, share this video, and leave me a little like if you don't mind. I love it. Thank you guys for sitting with me. I really appreciate you all. Love you. Bye.